So a few weeks ago, I sent some of the kids that I am in Cool Aunt to a letter with a blank sock template asking them to colour it in to show me what a cool sock looks like. And I got replies. This is a little less flamboyant than their younger sibling. My name is, I am 7 years old. I wear a size 33. This is what a really cool sock looks like. A green cuff, what I'm guessing, a white main portion, a blue heel, and a green sock, a green toe. And this is a Charmander from Pokemon. And when I saw this, I was like, how do I make this? How, what, why, how? And then I thought, I am audacious enough to try. So that's what I'm going to try and make happen. They also wrote a wish list, a drone, a lot of cookies, a phone misspelt, and party computer. And I have bought them a small toy to go with this because they are going to like the socks, but they are not really going to appreciate it for what it is, because what kid can? But I knit this first sock and I looked at it and I realised that I accidentally knit a Buzz Lightyear sock. I don't hate it, but I did. This sock is a bit too small, so I'm going to have to rip back the toe portion and knit another centimetre of the white before I do the toe portion. I have knitted this much on the second sock, which is good because I am now going to embroider or duplicate stitch a Charmander onto the sock. Pray for me. Because with the help of ye old trusted Stitch Fiddle, I made a very cursed chart. This is what it looks like. And blown up like this, it looks terrible. You can't really get a pointy fang with a white square. But I'm going to do my best to duplicate stitch at least one Charmander, because this is going to take ages, onto a sock. So I got some sock scraps from home. This is what I've used for I don't know how many baby socks, including another nibbling sock this year that you might have seen already. And this is a yarn that I bought in the same round. This is probably 8 years ago, to knit a rainbow sock, and these are the only two colours that I have left. So that is going to be the body, this is going to be the tummy. I'm going to do this for the eyes, the white I have, the pink for the mouth. If this is not too pink, you know what, it might actually work, and the black that I have at home. So that's the dream. Oh right, and the red. I think I have some red for the flame too. Yeah, this is a tiny little scrap from my Gaza socks, where I also have black yarn from. So this is what the current state of things looks like. I have to finish one sock, add 1 centimetre to the second, and then duplicate stitch for my life. Let's see if I get it done by Christmas. So here you can see the different yarns that I'm using for this project. These two, the blue and the white, are the same thickness. They are very thin, probably light fingering weight yarns. And the green one is a scrap from my Gaza socks, so that is quite a bit thicker. It's still a sock yarn, but it is more loosely plied together and it is 1 strand thicker. So I tried to figure out if that would change the gauge at all, but I think that it's such a minor change in gauge that it's going to be fine. Here I'm casting on for the second sock. So the thick yarn is going to be it's going to come very well in handy for the cuff and the toe portion. And the white yarn is going to be fairly easy to work with in low light conditions, which were this meeting, for example, and on the sofa watching the telly. Now the blue yarn, I did measure it out to have half of it left after knitting the first heel, so I knew that I wouldn't run out of it. But knitting with the dark blue yarn in low light condition is nearly as bad as knitting with black yarn, so don't necessarily recommend. You do what you have to do for your nibblings, don't you? Finally, it's time to get knitting with the white yarn again. That was such an ordeal to try and do the heel flap and decreases and gusset with a dark blue, but now with the white yarn, this feels so good. This is heaven. 10 out of 10. I should knit more white socks. I mean, I have a big scrap, so I could probably knit myself a pair of white socks now. I think I might do that. Yeah. I had come to terms with the fact that this first sock was too small. I needed another centimetre, so once I'd finished the first sock, or once I had finished the second sock, I went back to the first sock, undid the toe portion, and re-knit the white, or I added a centimetre and then some with the white yarn until before I then went back and re-knit the toe. This I did while we were celebrating with my partner's mother, and that was just such a fun, you can see me talking right here. I don't know what we were talking about, some nonsense probably, but we were trying to solve a murder mystery, and getting to collaborate 6 adults that have completely different ways of solving problems was a very fun and interesting experience, and I did get a lot of time to knit while we did it as well, so that was a good evening.